Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emma and I make art videos, and today I am working on this pencil drawing here of Alysha Nett. If you don't know who she is a model and photographer, and when I saw this photograph on Instagram I thought it would make for a really interesting drawing, and I really liked the profile view, and I would also like to credit the photographer for the reference photo. It's by Hey Ryan K on Instagram. So yeah, for this drawing I'm not using many supplies. All I'm using is an HB pencil for the majority of the drawing, and then for the darker areas I use a 2B pencil, and I'm also using my kneadable eraser. That's pretty much it. And for this piece I just felt like drawing a realistic portrait, and I really do enjoy drawing stylized, portraits and that kind of thing, and I'm pretty sure I've said this before in the past, but I do enjoy drawing just, realistic drawings every now and then, not only because I enjoy it, but also to, improve my technical skills. I think it's really important to know how to draw realistically before you try and stylize it. And yeah, so for this piece I really wanted to make sure that I got the proportions of her face right, just because I wouldn't say struggle, but I find it a bit more difficult to draw the profile view compared to, say, the front-on view of a face. So yeah, I really wanted to make sure that I got the proportions right. You would have seen earlier I originally put down where I thought the eye went, but then I erased it and moved it over a bit just because it wasn't correct. And yeah, I wanted to get, the face mainly all done before I worked on anything else, just because I think that's the most important part of this piece. If the hair isn't quite exactly the same as the photograph, you can get away with that, but the facial features kind of had to be pretty accurate. So yeah, that's why I focused on the face first, and then I could work on the rest of the piece. Before I worked on the face I did map out, the basic proportions, and I think that's super important. Don't go into too much detail in one area if you haven't mapped everything out. I think that's just super important. Like, there's no point in putting in a ton of detail and then realizing, oh wait, this is in the wrong spot. And yeah, for me, generally the face is probably the most important part of a piece. I generally draw and paint portraits, so I generally put the most amount of work into a face, and it's usually kind of like the focal point. So that's why I tend to work on the faces earlier on in the piece. I don't always do that, but for a drawing like this, I'm definitely going to focus on that first. Drawing the pattern on her shirt was kind of time consuming, and it was okay to do, but I was definitely just like, I want this to be over. But I worked through it, and yeah, as I was saying before, I use a 2B pencil, and I use that on the hat, the really dark areas of her face, so the eyelashes, nostril, and on that shadow on her neck. And then I also use it on her top, just because it adds a lot more contrast, and yeah, it just looks a lot better than the HB pencil, because you can just get it that much darker. I do have darker pencils, but I didn't want to go more than that. I think this works well. And yeah, no, I'm really happy with this piece, and I'm really happy with how the proportions of the face turned out, and just like the shading of like the nose, like the shadow under the nose, and also the jawline and that kind of thing. So yeah, anyway, if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel either. That way you won't miss any of my videos. And also don't forget to click on the bell as well. That way you'll be notified when I upload, and it should help with any subscription box problems, which I know some people have been having. But anyway, this drawing is almost finished, so thank you all for watching. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you all in my next video.